ene fiada ebobus mi de to so du afipinu ene eduonu baako yi emu adehyeman mama mema wache ema akwaba sonko kra enfamra ITV so ene anope ebraso se ensema hodo ensa so ofri wo memu no anepe ye berisa edemamu ewo kase kwanso midi daakye hima afia akonwa entempa ye behye ensam no asedia na ECOWAS wonu makachi ne behye ase ede free economic Community of West African States etwa wonum tia efe won ECOWAS e de abetudwa se eye Guinea sabrede wonum atwe wonum asensen afri ECOWAS nina efa mampeni Alpha Conde asrafo bi achi no e de asie e wo Guinea man wache se nimanimia no wonum enjai wo pani
ECOWAS mpenimfo atwe Guinea asensan ewo ECOWAS mpenimfo eginatu ene omoniema enyina emu na wakiremu a ye enrade a wode sansam no betu dwa no ene wose efrase wo hu Guinea se woka ECOWAS ho na nhemdie koso enrade wa bra Ghana mampenin na nadan kokufo ado ene wotena epunti a wohweye message medie no etumi ekoso na eno ene wakirem se wobehwe no watu mpenimfo bi efreye ECOWAS mission mu na watu de womani akire Guinea no makohwe ne ekoso Guinea ho no se be obetumi ama adwebre aba na wasanso akire mu se wonhwe ne asojafo a wache Guinea mampani Alpha Conde esie no enimanim nya no omunja no wabra enhye bia enda ho na wasanso edetudwa se asojafo a wache mampani ne esie no wonhwe se mampani ne ho entechema ewo kwambia eso penimfo no esanso akire mu se koba se Alpha Conde a oye mampani ewo Guinea no se ne ho tochema yade a omoma Guinea man no so no asum endwom ewo kwambia so wasan kire mu se wana waye ku ewo Guinea honom no wonhwe na wonfa aye National Committee for Reconciliation and Development share no entumi fanya adwuma se be ye Alpha Conde ne ho enka na asumdwe nso betumi aba Guinea ho
afe yenkobunu mantam no emu na osagefo osiade yo agyeman bedu a wotoso mienu eye doma hene wono asoso na ye panipa metre president a woda bunu regional house of chiefs no ano wadi nsema tudwa se 2020 aba ye koto ye nam so ema basabasa ye atwiniti nipa binum kra no efa mu eto no nanom wo ensedo no eyade a entwe yeti animanimia no mampani akofo ado won paw abedwekuo ma wonum enye ehwehwemu emfanfa na nipa bonefo nam so ma nipa bi ehwiri wo moja ebre wo moja ni egu ye esane chemadwen na menchemadwen afenso no kabinum kabia mama omi enye se bibisa esie
Titro 4th Republican Constitution 92, 96, 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020. No kreni. Onya da edru ba bia kasa bibam. Na mum 2020 die na mu ye rem. Enka na se. Ya to aba police station we are. Dan kana. You can hear your cobomsua. Nantokwa na nene se. No kreni make a titro no bisi baby bebre. Na ngo bono region. Na mbene bono east there. Na bibi America ya tachiman. No kreni ya de shame insura be 9. Be to e binim preprae. Ni amesra samri. Ghana fo nyina ne se. Sadia na de no kreni Emra soja for no crown about this one year through no. Young Mubisa. No, you're done in the 2020. You're quiet. Na, as I say, be caught to a backake or coach a wagony. Who obey you, man, Pangini? Naja, what about to send your excellence you obey? Oh, near sorry. No, what ministers, what ambassadors? No, you're done your quatramo near from near there. Yashri Yankwa. I dear with dear no cranny. Ma kana sem dada na mangu ne pepam oduru ba bi se media for no ma no krani Ghana ni bia ho hia so hwa soro kra na esi ye na akra bi mi nsra di te mfie dum yensa na du nan ono okoto aba ne bi ehun momomme sani 79 na me so ma di mfie be dum yensa dum yenu ekodum yensa no ye nyina ekobo momomme na me kobo momume na me kohwe bia o de ne bekum we the mesre titro yewura president sa semi ma te say duru ba bi be kan na ba de akɔhye ba kan na ba akɔhye senne yewura yehia wa as a matter of urgency and I'm appealing to the president of the republic onyi abason ko na ban hwehwɛ saa de wem na obia oya anyamra nsam say ye tachiman say ye mmea ye na keka ho wɔ Ghana no ben fanum famra kwan so say be ye 2024 ye kosina nima enkoba say bibesi bio ni akɔka ka say 2020 ba nya hwe nti 2024 so ye toa so ye sro no
Doma Hena was also any penny power da Bunu Regional House of Chiefs no ano or Sajifo or Sia Deyo Ajiman Bedu our Tosumi Nunen Semno Enono. Yabetwa and Semno eso na headmaster our no and a da Jachi Pram so SHS no anwa. Ebeto Jasa wa shi akodebia chia uhu enfuna na ero ho asanso asifi papa no. Empenfo de nkrata baso wo pani sabre wonum atwe no asense a woye nhwehwemu e de afa ensem no ehu
Asoya ehwe adesua ho sensem so enrada abefontentan so wode infoni bi ene nkasantroye bi ebeto ho no meche Facebook ana eche se okopie mu ewo asante mantemu a Daakye pram so SHS cheni penipa oda ho meche headmaster ho no no Owura Francis Donko atwe aba egwa obayo bi a efre no Mary Amuaku Gabriel a enya asemketo a wohwe ne championnifo ache se ne chi nyina abia enye asemketo na enumu ena Bosomtwe District Education Directorate opanyinipa Agyemandu a efre no no to nsafre no kire no ese ba ne se na abobodian etumi epra no sei na okire mu ese abayewei eko school so ewo Daakye pram so SHS a eno wo asante mantemu na enumu na Mary Amuaku Gabriel odi nsensem bi etu dwa no okire mu ese enyo no na ne mfefo bi na no echichafo bi ekire mu se na ntaye ohye no endi mu eno nti no oye nadwen se obeyi na ntale ba ko ama no na wetumi ahye enumu na opanyipa oda Daakye pram so SHS ano no Owura Francis Donko efre no ache se obia ne chimba ya enye asemkema kra ache se wenya baby amfa enumu enampenifo efre no na wochire no se enimenim ya no ombombodi ana onfa ne nkuko kaka nyina engufom na ontwentwen so wade chemu ene se ode nani echemu ewo honom ena wosanso echemu ebio se enimenim ya wobepe se wobeye nhwehwemu afa sansensem ho esanse enya de edafom intini wonfa wonsa entufom na mmom no wonfa wonsa enhye wodafom na mmom no behwe na wode wonan esi asemi so se de be ya wobepe asemi puma sibre ense honom a ewom se Owura Mr. Agyemandu esanso edichiwemu se enimenim ya no ode kaebo ene kokobo ede magana chichafo nyina ase enimenim ya no wonhwe se obetwe won ho efi se wonum egwa nkuma anase student a wonum wo SHS no enye sa na se wode won sache odi a oni mbra no ebedi
ye free Daakye pram so ensem no emudiane emfa yani entre eye Waswafo a wono ene da lands and natural resource no ano mechwe wonunyamfo Samuel Abujina Posabre wapau abedwako fofo kra wonum ebeda minerals commission no ano na nyina ene se woso sanfo yi na no wahye wonum se wonhwe na ekodi ampanfo ekun prese betu galamsi ase ade afi wo mamu sa abedwako fofo wapau wonum na moa enfa wo ho enhyem no mo apa mama mpani adi so ade hu no entimi enwie peyo na afei ensuo ne nsase ahodo a ade hye bi enam galamsi so ese no ewo mamu no ano entimi entwa prekupe.
It appears, and I'm very happy to report that, and it's something that I'm very encouraged about, that the legal responsible miner seems to be putting some peer pressure on those who are involved in illegal mining, particularly those who are destroying the river bodies of our country, and that is very encouraging. I want to encourage them in that respect. The reforms we are putting in place about the mercury-free equipment, the licensing regime involving the local stakeholders, and all of those gamut of reforms we are spearheading through the Minerals Commission are also seems to be bearing fruits on the ground.
So HMO say odi weni echere Ghana mambremu a mechere constitution article 269 na ema ho kwan say dwumekwa wonom ehwe nsasesem so mechere Ministry of Land and Commission and Natural Resources no wo metumi ejina na wetumi aboa na wetumi eyi small scale mining every hokra.
Here we are on the banks of River Offing, as you can see. The water bodies haven't cleared, obviously. It's still colored. There's no two ways about it. But if you are, the experts are telling me now, and even with a cursory eye, you can tell that the river body, the river is now moving. There's a free flow of the water, and that is significant. It means that the water body is not silted anymore. The last time we were here, it was heavily silted, and even it looks a bit clearer than the last time we came. And I always want to be cautiously optimistic. We haven't gotten to the satisfactory situation yet, but quite clearly, the measures we've put in place, if we continue with them in a tenacious manner, we certainly will get to the point where we will come to grips with the matter of small-scale.
Natasha True, international animal rights activist, and they were the petition. Akoma buying say one for was share, and to nipa bima would di a jamwa and afe cramai who ja a woman as if he said one day who said in yamwa and afe son cramai. Mo bi e betimi de wonum atene fie se pet na so no e ka me say enipa binum de ayen wadwuma eno no entwa ye kra wose enya eno nko wo hwe nyade ahodo e wo sa amwa yi hu a enipa bi e betimi enya nti wo behia ye pa se ne manim a aban de wo hye e beto so.
Ensama ahodo a ewra Natasha de kwadan aban no echim se wonhwe wona wodi kraman ene nyinamo ehudwa ewo ebibrim no enka wonfa ohye bi ento omso na nyade a edokon kra de ma wona wo konsahwe ewo miamia no ohuni se eyade ani enyan enu nti na ma wona wo pese wodi sika hye adwumum no wontumi nko aman ahodo a omwe kraman ene nyinamo ewo so no eso na wo kiremu a se wuyi eto nchen se wo ye moa ne sa ayakayaka de nimpo a ye di enam nankasa no so no enye ekwanpa na baabi mpo a ye ma ye nyina mo ene ye nkraman eda no mpo so eno nso enye bia ya pa ebewie chi no na sa mo etum di yade ede esai nipa ewo oman emu na nsam na echirem se World Health Organization po ede aba abetudwa sem emmoa ahodo bi a ye tom ewo edwa eso no wo mutumi ede yade bi ti se COVID-19 ene yade bi aka no omutumi spread ya na se omma yade no ete atese ko enipa bi na wachiremu a eye kraman eni nyinamoa enam a ye ton no eno nso ema wotumi de yare bi ti se rabies ene yade ahodo enyan kraman eni nyinamoa no etumi esai enipa enu nti no nka be ya enka wonfa enhye ento enyinamoa ene enkraman a empempimpo wotumi di omo ebo afore no so na wo ebibrem no saade no ekoso ye pa enya de etwa ye eni se ye ton kraman na nyinamoa ne kokunawe ana yede ne kwakoyi musu obi die yonhwe na sa ne mani na no wontwam
Yatwa ensamno eso Chief Executive Officer Emma Ghana Investment Promotion Center wonu ene da no metwe GIPC wowura yofi grant wode nsembia to dwa dansembia di se afie mu metwe 2021 no wonum ehwe nim se enipa bi no efi amanone ede won sika ebehye edwuma mu ewo mamu no wonum ehwe nim se oman ebetimi enya $3 billion edi afisa afo no eho edi aboa wo men na afeso no enwuma hodo se wo ye ewo men mu sasika no etimi aboa.
We look at the composition of year-on-year inflation, keeping in mind the 13 divisions, and we continue to see that food inflation is contributing the largest to the overall inflation of 9.7 that was recorded for the month of August 2021. For the first time in several months, we're seeing the contribution of food inflation surpassing 50%, specifically 50.2%. We also see housing maintaining its contribution at 16.7%, and we see a marginal dip in transport of about 0.3% that is reducing from 14.3% that was recorded for the month of July 2021.
I would also like to just give a snapshot of what we've seen in 2021 that makes us very confident that we are on a good track, and with a great job that the President is doing, traveling around, marketing Ghana, I believe that we should up our game and achieve the targets that we have. As at the middle of the year, despite the weak predictions by the UNCTAD, we are seeing some very interesting numbers. In the first half, a total of 122 projects, that is 94 new projects and 28 upstream existing projects, have brought in FDI of $829 million. Now, this gives a 32.15% increase of what we saw in the first half of 2020, which was $627 million. Target of a minimum of $3 billion a year from 2020 to 2023, right into 2024, under the CARES program. And the areas that we've identified strategically for promotion are agriculture and agro-processing, energy, because if we are going to industrialize, we need cheap, reliable energy, vehicle assembly and automotive components, manufacturing, and we are pleased to say we are well on track. We also have a great manufacturing template under the 1D1F to ensure that every corner of this country has a manufacturing industry of sorts. Now, can you imagine what that would do for job creation? It means that every corner in each of the 260 districts will create opportunities for job creation for our young people. That would stem the tide of the flow from the urban to from the rural to the urban areas that we see every year, but also create opportunity that will lead into a market in West Africa. Tourism and hospitality, because Ghana is naturally endowed with assets that we can monetize in tourism and hospitality. Innovative financial products and services, and Ghana is also setting up to be a regional international financial services center to facilitate capital flows in West Africa, in Ghana, and the continent. And then, of course, transport infrastructure, such that the products that we generate have easy access in and out of Ghana and into the global market. AFCFTA does give us a unique opportunity.
Now, Professor Samuel Kwabena enim enso wo panipa wo no ene da Ghana Statistical Service anu was say inflation wo August busumie mu afimpinu ene aduonu baako ni mu no ade ahwiri ko nanim ye pa akogina wo ha enchemu enkron achiripo enson 9.7%. Was we nyina ekosoro efa enuane ayekra edi free amanone na afa so no yan de ye wo ha ye de ekọ amanone ekokoto na nti nam so ama inflation no etimi ahwi akosoro sa wo August busum no emunu.
Look at the composition of year-on-year inflation, keeping in mind the 13 divisions, and we continue to see that food inflation is contributing the largest to the overall inflation of 9.7 that was recorded for the month of August 2021. For the first time in several months, we're seeing the contribution of food inflation surpassing 50%, specifically 50.2%. We also see housing maintaining its contribution at 16.7%, and we see a marginal dip in transport of about 0.3%, that is reducing from 14.3% that was recorded for the month of July 2021 and 14.0% recorded for the month of August 2021. Combining housing and food inflation, we are accounting for 2/3 of the overall inflation that was recorded for the month of August 2021, and combining food, housing, and transport for 1/5 of the overall inflation are drawn from these three divisions, with food 50.2%, housing 16.7%, and transport 14.0%. We do the disaggregation at the subclass level on a year-on-year basis and on a month-on-month basis, focusing on food, in the view that food is the major driver for the August 2021 inflation. From a year-on-year basis, we identify 7 subclasses that record food inflation higher than the overall average, that is the 10.9 that was recorded for the month of August 2021. And from the month-on-month basis, we identify 9 subclasses that do record food inflation, that do record inflation higher than the overall food inflation of 0.2. Specifically, we see cocoa drinks and cereal products from both a year-on-year basis and a month-on-month basis, leading on the chart of higher rates of inflation, specifically with 15.7 and 15.5 respectively for cocoa drinks and cereal products on a year-on-year basis, and 12.3% for cocoa drinks and 2.8% for cereal products on a month-on-month basis. We record a deflation for water, ready-made food items, and vegetables on a month-on-month basis, and largely these three subclasses are what is driving the 0.2 food inflation that we did record for the month of August 2021. We do a trend analysis again by comparing food and non-food inflation on a year-on-year basis, and also do same on a month-on-month basis. For the second consecutive time, we see that food inflation has dominated non-food inflation with a wider gap of about 2.2%.
Ena ebre ebma me kwan ma ensema hodo anepe me de ebesum ni na no me de asie me sori so no na agodie mu nsem ena eto aso me din Daakye hima afia akono mada wase ama mo ni hwe ena no pe ya makao
Yendija ITV and Yama Pankwa ITV eligible sunkume yatu ne din se edra sunkomo ane edra sunkomo yebusa se eden na woton wodi dwa e wo dwom ana wodi an wo ya real estate developer ana se wodi an e herbal center adwumako bi a wodo ho join bia no ITV e ma wakwanya se fa number na etwegu e wo screen na se no neto nsa frɛ yen ye beba ho no mo ne ye ne wa ba be ti wudwa na nya no nko a o ye mo wakwanya mo wato ne ma no ne ye sanso mo wakwanya amwe bisa nyum e dia ma wodofo
Bobo le bobo me